Umbral Campaign 19 Week 5, Day 2. So today, main goal, we got ourselves a faction event for, today for the good old Umbral Nexus. So we'll definitely be going and going through the entirety of that, getting all the normal rewards as we normally would. Beyond that, it's basically just making progress on everything else, getting on PvP, though I think we are skipping on PvP ladder. Because for whatever reason, I think we had some really high scores. Okay, they weren't as bad in the middle. Our top 2 were top 100 earlier. I think only our top 1 is now. No, actually none of them are. Okay, so that's not as bad, but I don't know. We'll see. Depends how much they spike up throughout the week. But we'll probably just go do bare minimum for PvP, though we do have 3 of... Actually, never mind. We only have to do 1 of them. Tomorrow, technically, we'll have to do all 3. But we do have a double that we have to go do. The 2 that were from yesterday, which I think are Wild Folk and whatever the other one was. Ooh, 14 gold. All right, that actually gone up a little. Where was the other place? Was there in, I think, War Gear? Nice, it even gets doubled. War Gear's a little bit more annoying. But it should be fine. But anyways, we'll get to that in a little bit. Actually, should we even start there? Let's start with dailies. Let's go ahead over to dungeons. Anything good? Top 3, top 3, top 3. Also, hello, Mark. Hello, Sonny. I hope you've been feeling better. Hello, Danny Shark. Hello, Chad. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And yeah, we finally got convinced to go try Palia earlier today. I know Cookie, Isabel, and Genki have been doing it a ton. And Isabel has finally convinced me. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Not sure how long-term I'd really be playing it. I found one minigame in it that I love a lot. I'm just not sure if the end goal of like what you're supposed to do in that game would really interest me too much. Because it seems to have a similar end goal to like almost what Animal Crossing did, or at least New Horizons. Where, you know, you're kind of just like collecting a bunch of high-end furniture for your house in a sense. But then once you finally collect them all, because I don't like decorating too much. Well, I wouldn't say I don't like decorating, but you know, that's less of an aspect that I play for in those kind of games. Like, you know, once you finish everything, it's like, oh, what do I do now? And that's the only thing I could really see happening in that game long term. If I do get into it a little bit. Because I would eventually hit that wall where it's like, okay, I'm done here. I don't know, I might still give it a shot here and there. Not gonna be Isabel level of addicted though. She mentioned she was doing it for over 1,000 hours. I mean, how many plushies she has? I think I got one the entire 8-hour stream. And I think our house had several hundred. And I got one in 8 hours. Let's see. I'll take that one over. Yep, over 100. Oh gosh. Anyway, speaking of levels, there we go. Which I wasn't speaking of levels, but for whatever reason, my brain perceived it as such. Anyways, dungeon out of the way. What do we have for other tasks? Do a delve. Oh, good. We have to do delves today, anyways. Hey, finally, a day where the delve objective we don't have to go out of our way for, because it's Tuesday faction event, which means we were going to do a delve anyways. Perfect. Perfect. Which means we can go for these gem keys then. Oh, so hello, Anderson. Hello, Stacy. Hello, Chad. Hello, Crisp. Oh, yeah, we finally did get to use the grill today. And honestly, it wasn't too bad. We had some burgers on it. We had some corn. And it came out pretty good. I do have to say, though, I had some Jersey sweet corn when I was in New Jersey. I think that was one of the things I forgot to mention that I had. And I do have to say, this corn... definitively worse. Not that it was bad corn, but gosh, Jersey sweet corn is great. But you can definitely taste the difference. Like the corn I just had tastes like normal corn. The other corn tastes like really, really good corn. Yeah, this corn wasn't bad. You can definitely taste the difference, especially since I had them so close together. Normally that would never happen. Because, you know, normally any time I've had New Jersey sweet corn in the past, it was, you know, you wouldn't just immediately have corn in another state immediately after. But it's actually the first time I've ever had to, or not had to, but, you know, had it, like, back-to-back in, like, a few-day period. And yes, I do have to say, definitively, Jersey sweet corn is actually amazing. Like, when you're eating it, it's like, okay, yeah, this is pretty good corn. But then you compare it to, like, other corns, and it's like, oh, wait, it's actually amazing. Like, it's harder to tell as you're eating it that it's so good. But after the fact, when you compare it to, you know, just another standard corn, it's like, oh yeah, that actually is really, really good. And we also did some burgers. Burgers came out good. Alright, let's see, we did that. Nothing to do there. Faction is the main thing we need to do today. Journey event, I guess we'll help our guild today. Oh yeah, we're gonna switch to a true damage team soon. Honestly, I don't feel like we need to yet, but we will at some point. I feel like by tomorrow we might need to. Honestly, we could technically stick with this team the whole time. I'm not sure. The only problem with switching to a true damage team is I do have to show it with Ruby. And of course, a lot of people don't have the Ruby weapon. They grow in corn in New Jersey? Honestly, they grow quite a few things in New Jersey. There's quite a bit of farmland. Like, it's definitely not a state known for, like, a super high amount of farmland, but there is definitely farmland in New Jersey. It's just not one of the states that have, like, a really high amount. Like, South Carolina has so much farmland. Yeah, it is technically the garden state. Though gardens are quite a bit different than farmland. But yeah, Jersey does have farmland. Not as much as bigger states. Which is kind of weird, because this state that I'm in right now definitely has, like, at least 10, if not 30 times more farmland. Maybe even more. Probably even more. Maybe even 50 times. Yeah, I can't think of a single crop that this state creates that is good. Like, they're all just kind of average. I can't think of a single food item that, honestly, that this state does that's actually on the good end. I wouldn't really say South Carolina is known for its food. It always feels so weird, too, because there's so many places to eat where I live right now, yet so few places that are good to eat at. It really lacks good food, but has so much food, both in farms and restaurants. Which I've always just found weird. Though the restaurant issue is mostly because of the wage in this area is really horrific. The mythics for this week aren't that great. Will you do Underspire without mythics? I believe my Underspire team does use no mythic. I believe both my teams use no mythic. Oh no, I do use Calica. It's between either Calica or Aquaria if you have it. But otherwise, you just go triple Emberclaw. Either one triple Emberclaw or offset it with one damage source from a mythic. I was considering Aquaria. I'm really not sure. Aquaria is more consistent damage, but Calica, in the right circumstance, is more damage. And if there's any opportunity that we're ever going to be able to get away with using Calica, it is right now. Because this creates her boost ratio, she creates her boost ratio, and this creates her boost ratio. So if that's not enough to make Calica work, I don't know what will. As we quite literally have every single troop on our team creating the stars that she needs to function. So this is like the most optimal time we could ever try to get value from her, which is the main reason I'm going to do it with her. I'm going to go do that either on Wednesday or Thursday. It's mostly just to see if Calica can actually be used. Because I've always considered her pretty weak. And still would. But this will be like the perfect game mode where you basically have to run her with an Umber Star, whatever it's called. Elemental Star team. So yeah, we'll be doing that probably on Wednesday, Thursday, whenever we get around to those fights. I think we had one, speaking of fights, I think we had like one left. Where'd it go? What was I just doing? I was doing Journey event. I'm gonna go finish that out. Also, I just realized, I was just finishing up the burger and everything. I have gone through 2 waters and 2 sodas. And I have none left. I might need to go grab a water or something real quick. I'll go leave it on an auto battle when we do, though. Yeah, I need to go grab a water. Because I just finished eating everything we just grilled up. And I am so thirsty even after downing all that. So let me go get a drink. Because I have literally nothing left. And then we'll probably head over to Faction. Faction should be pretty easy today. In all fairness, most Faction weeks are pretty straightforward. But how many colors you have access to, there's generally always something that's just super free. And for once, you know what we're gonna go do? We're gonna go let the AI do a battle. Let's do Sword's Edge. I'm not sure why I always feel the need to go to Sword's Edge when I do this. Yeah, let's go let Sword's Edge, Stellaric's team do its auto fight. Alright, I'll be back in like 1 minute. I need to go grab a water real quick. I haven't used autoplay in a while. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. With hydration. Yep, screen's not all the way. Yep, screen's still not all. How? Moved it so far over. Chair stream, yep. Oh. Yeah, Emberclaw Wand is really good. It's basically Takshaka Wand, just with slightly less damage. It's pretty much the same thing. Alright. Battle. Yeah, it's good to Faction. Let me go grab it from the Monday video. What did we show for it? Oh, we showed Guard's Avatar team. Yeah, I guess that works. It's what, yellow-purple restriction? So, yeah, that's not bad. Oh, I can actually go extra magic for this. That's one thing that's been really nice about the Guard's Avatar change. You don't have to run him with pure armor anymore. You actually run him with pure magic. And this allows everything else in your team to benefit more from the magic stat. Most notably on this team, Surqua and Hadley. Whereas before, nothing on your team would have utilized the armor. Other than for not dying, but obviously in this kind of battle, you're not ever dying. Even earlier on in the game, these battles are pretty much no threat. Yeah, King Eldor is decent. I've never been too big of a fan of using it ever since it's come out. It's definitely pretty solid. Doesn't he have that, like, that one weird movement thingy? I think that's the reason I've never really cared for it too much. If it's the one I think it is. But as long as you work around it, works out really nicely. Okay, I definitely gotta remember with this layout to not accidentally click the boss room. I really hope this place gets a new deep delve at some point, or, you know, gets a deep delve variant. I probably won't for a while, because this was one of the last few. And with a few exceptions, they've been going pretty much in order of when the factions came out. So this one is likely to not get one in a very, very, very long time, if ever. For the faction, you've been using Throud, Void Dragon, Dawnbringer, and Midnight Queen. Nice. Yeah, Void Dragon's still quite a bit of damage. And the mana loop potential that it has, pretty nice. This team that we're using right now does fall off at the later end. But of course, our only goal is to just get all the battles right now. Or, you know, get up to all rewards. If we were to go deeper, like all the way to pure faction, this team would need to stop being used by about 100 or so. Give or take a little bit, depending on when you stop one-shotting. But luckily, ever since the guard's avatar buff, he does pretty consistently one-shot all the way till 80. There are some exceptions, like spell reduction places, like Hall of Guardians and the such. But for the most part, he one-shots all the way. It's pretty much the whole purpose of Guard's avatar these days. At least he still has a purpose. He still technically will, because he kind of counters Daemons a little bit with the silence that he does on them. So he's a really good Daemon counter if Daemons ever became meta with like a 50% mana start or something for some reason. But the problem with Daemons is all the hero classes are pretty horrible. They've got a handful of good troops, but the hero classes do not do it any justice. It's kind of weird because I believe there's 3 Daemon hero classes, yet 0 good Daemon hero classes, despite there being 3. I'm not sure how the typing has managed to do that. But pretty much every single Daemon hero class is bad. Though that could change a little bit if they got 50% mana start. Because that would change the dynamic slightly. That'd be funny if they only get 40% mana start. If they do get 50% mana start, they definitely got to give 50% mana start back to Divines. It still feels weird that Divines are the only thing in the game that has 40% mana start instead of 50. And it was mostly because of the Divine meta that existed back at the time. But it's just so weird that they never balanced it back the other way around. Let's start with the 69s. Did I hear about more of those Immortals? Did they post anything today? I actually didn't keep tabs on it. I'm pretty sure everyone watching our stream was also playing at the time. Well, maybe not everyone, but you know what I mean. But a handful of people were. So, yeah, I didn't actually keep track on it. Did they actually post anything today? I don't think they did. But I actually haven't checked, to be honest. But no, I don't believe they've posted anything on Immortals on the big 8.0 patch yet. But there's a good chance within the next day or two we will be getting a big info dump on it. Either via video, something on the forum officially, or something else. Any upcoming pet codes? Yes, we do have a pet code to hand out this month, though not today. I'm still not sure on what day I'll be doing it. What holidays exist in July these days, not counting 4th of July? What's the other holiday in July? Assuming there even is one. I actually completely forget off the top of my head. But yes, I do have a pet code to hand out this month. I'm just not sure what day we'll be doing it. You know what? I know what day we'll be doing it. Patch Day. Which is next week's Tuesday. So how about that? Next week's Tuesday we'll hand out code. Unless they delay the patch for some reason. But yeah, we'll hand out the pet code on Patch Day. Yeah, there's quite a few things on Terran's World that show some of the things that could be coming next patch. But a lot of them are missing quite a bit of information. We also really haven't heard anything officially, you know, through official sources about the patch much. Like we have some data mines here and there, some info on Terran's World here and there. But nothing like fully official yet. Other than the likely release date of next week's Tuesday. Alright, we're halfway there. At least numerically. Well, honestly, difficulty-wise, it's the same way. It's not like these are going to be hard. They die in one shot, they still die in one shot. I didn't really think about that, but yeah, the speed, there isn't a speed decrease with this team, is there? Now that it one-shots the whole time. So we actually are halfway there. Because the only reason it normally gets slower when you get higher is because the amount of times you have to cast becomes more. But if their stats are becoming higher, but you're still one-shotting them, there's no decrease in speed. Oh yeah, that's something I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Going to be shopping for a new mattress and a new chair. I'm not sure if I'll be picking up either tomorrow. And if I do, it's probably only going to be one or the other. I definitely want to peek, see what's out there. It's kind of funny because my grandma actually got a new mattress recently too. She got like some kind of like 3,000 reclining one and everything. That can like lower down all the way for her so she can get up on it easily. Definitely won't need something that expensive, that's for sure. Am I getting action on that new mattress? No. Is there a teaser for the 8.0 update? Not yet. Though we likely are getting one in the next day or two. Though no official date on when we're getting the teaser info. Or a preview video. Assuming we even get a preview video, though. Based on their current pattern, I would assume we're getting a preview video. But yeah, no preview videos out yet. But definitely soon. So hello, Miss Insane Witch. But yeah, if there is one tomorrow, we'll definitely cover it. I will be busy most of the morning, but later in the day, hopefully they'll release it. They're probably not getting back to like 3 or 4 tomorrow. Yeah, next patch should be next week Tuesday. So literally a week from today. Like our stream this time, next week, will be in version 8.0. Or it should be anyways. Yeah, this time next week, we should be in patch. And we'll go over that Tuesday night next week. It's slowly turning into Puzzle Quest 3 is what you've heard? Oh gosh. That's bad. Puzzle Quest 3 did do a few things good. Though its grind and money system, really horrifically bad. The way that it dealt with microtransactions and just the grind in general. There were a handful of things it did really well. But for every one thing it did really well, it did about 10 things in the worst possible way you could ever imagine. My biggest concern with next patch is it seems like we're getting another season pass. Yeah, on the rewards calendar, we get more for the summer event this Sunday. We got it last Sunday, and we get it this Sunday. I haven't really been keeping tabs on what the day-by-day things have been. And have they been giving any good offers? I generally never go for them. Yeah, it's awful today. Oh, we got a free one on the 14th. It's not under Spire, though. While I'm here, before I forget, I'll go buy my torches. Because I will forget to go get them later. Alright, let's go finish off Faction. Then I'll probably hand out code and then go do PvP. So we do have a decent chunk we need to go do today. Oh yeah, the countdown thing for 8.0, yeah. I thought you meant the in-game calendar thingy. Yeah, there's a countdown for 8.0 as well. Oh wait, there's actually in-game rewards? Wait, I misread that. Wait, they have a thingy for that? That would be under, I forget where that menu is. It's under, Where do you get to the other calendar? There it is. Oh yeah. Huh. Let's see. Let me count the days. Today is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, it goes all the way till patch day. On we get 80 gems on patch day. I didn't even notice that. That actually just started today, which is probably why I didn't notice it. It's about the earliest I could have noticed it. Yeah, thanks for bringing it up. Yep, I did not notice that. Yes, they do have a countdown going all the way there. I was wondering what you meant by that, but there we go. Some of those loots aren't too bad either. What's hello, Bill Warhammer? Welcome, welcome. You'll probably be updating during the live stream. Yeah, most people get it at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Generally, when Gems of War... It's one of the reasons why we stream at this time. The whole reason why this time block of us streaming has even come up is because through the history of Gems of War, on days where patches drop, they drop generally at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Which is why we stream every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It actually started because of update days. But just became our stream time, just generally speaking. But it originated from update days. So now whenever there is an update, we stream literally at that time every day, so we're ready. After this floor, we'll go hand out a code and probably spend the rest of our time in PvP. We gotta go to claim silver marks from 2. do our battle for one of the colored ones, which we could just do whichever one is easiest. We had access to purple, one of the Takshaka colors, and one other one. I don't remember what the other one was off the top of my head. You assume PC players got the patch earlier? No. Most platforms get it around the same time. There are some exceptions sometimes. But more often than not, every platform gets it within the same hour of each other. With the exception of the Switch version, which is its own whole thing. But not counting Switch version, pretty much every version of the game gets it within the same hour of each other. Hello, Tyrion. Welcome again. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I still never got any more feedback on the emotes, or you know, as far as them finishing it. I almost forgot about that. Oh, also, I found my compromise for the sign. I won't say what it is because I'm curious what he's going to do with it. But I have found my compromise. It is not quite squirrel holding sign, but I think it will universally work for every single thing that we weren't able to do. For both squirrel holding sign, GG, anything else, like a code one. Maybe one to get my attention. I think it does like literally all of them in one. We were discussing on his stream VIP level and rewards. On Cindy's stream? My VP I think is VIP level, actually, let me go check. I think we're VIP level 10? No, I think we're almost 10. I remember a long while back, I'd be like, oh yeah, I will never reach, like, VIP level 10 in Gems of War. And here we are at VIP level 10. Honestly, half of this is probably Isabel. Thank you, Isabel, by the way. I'm pretty sure half our VIP level is Isabel. Which means, like, 400 hours, at least, if not more. But I'm pretty sure half of that's her. But, yeah, VIP is a bit weird in this game. VIP 5 is where you get access to most of the rewards these days. Because the extra thingy you get from this isn't that useful. Honestly, even the VIP chests aren't that useful. The only really good thing VIP 5 is good for, which is $130 spent on the game, is it gives you the best route for completing all mythics with gems. Generally these days, you don't actually spend gems to get mythics. But if you were to spend gems on mythics, the best way to do it would be have VIP 5, $130 or more spent on the game, and then dump all of your gems into 50 bulks of VIP keys. When there's not an exclusive mythic. Don't do it now. You definitely want to do it when there's not an exclusive mythic and drop table like there is for the next few days until Friday reset time. But when the whole drop table is in there, that is the best way of completing every mythic in the game when using gems as your currency to complete it. These days, it's not that needed because there's so many other things you spend gems on that normally give better value than dumping it all to try to get mythics. But if you were to spend gems on getting all mythics, that's probably the best thing that you get from that. I think the most broken thing is the free scouting you get. I think this is at like 30 or 40 bucks from VIP 3. Going 100% free to play, this is probably the most annoying thing to not have. I wish it was just a default feature. But you have to spend a little bit on the game to have automatic free scouting. There isn't too many locations this is useful for, though it is very useful in PvP. Is probably the main part where it's actually good. Everywhere else, this isn't really relevant anymore. But it is really decent for PvP. Just to automatically know what your enemy team is before you even get into it. But every other perk that you get beyond like 5 or 6 is pretty trivial. It's just like slightly more EXP pretty much. Or, you know, either gold, souls, EXP. Because every reward beyond like 5 or 6, particularly beyond 5, because the one you get for 6 is pretty much nothing. What 6 does is you get another offer all the way over here. So if we go to offers, this one over here, it gives you another one here. It could either be one of the normal ones with a discount, which is what this is, or some special ones, but none of the special ones are particularly good. The only really good thing about it is you can actually buy gift blocks without needing to spend additional money. Currently, right now, you either have to go and craft them in Soulforge at a huge loss of resources, or you do it through this, where you get an offer occasionally where you get them. And that's pretty much how we get all of our gift boxes to give to people in the guild. But that's not particularly relevant for the most part. I guess if you're a guild leader, it is a little bit more, because you have gifts to give for various things, but as an average player, it doesn't really matter. Also, I haven't donated gold yet. Also, catch you later, Mr. Sandwich. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. I haven't donated my gold yet this week. Let me go do that real quick. Didn't even notice that. Good thing I came here. Alright, there we go. And might as well claim all of our seals too while we're here. Something else I always forget to do every week. Claim those good old seals. Oh yeah, we gotta go through an XP booster stream. Alright, we finished out Underspire, right? Or Faction? Because I said I'll hand out code after we did. We did. Oh wait, are we done yet though? No, we're not. Okay, wait, it's not done yet. Let me go finish up this floor, I guess. Good old arena. Oh gosh. Yeah, one of them does give you a free pay-to-win-win in arena. Where you literally pay and you get a free win in arena. It's pretty funny. It's not relevant because obviously arena's not relevant. But you literally pay for a win. Quite literally the definition of pay-to-win. One free win every round of arena. So you only have to do 5 battles instead of 6. Though, of course, arena is extremely irrelevant. Which means the perk is also pretty irrelevant. Oh no, we didn't one-shot. It threw me off for a second. It's like, wait, well, how did we not win already? Yeah, they actually had enough durability to survive. Oh, you know why? We're actually at 90. And that was the final battle on the 90. Ah, there we go. All rewards. Anything good from the orbs? Hey, glory orb. It was worth it. Alright, now we can go hand out code. Arena is good for trophy hunting? Yeah, it's not too bad for trophies. Now that PvP has gotten more annoying, it probably is more trophies per hour, to be honest. That wasn't always the case, but I would say the current state of PvP is probably slower trophies than if you're really good at Arena. Alright, I'm gonna go hand our code. Another one to use on your epics. Yeah, I can't believe you've upgraded them already. All the legends, all the mythics. Though I could definitely do all the mythics. The reason why I haven't done them yet is it would drive me crazy seeing a bronze border on them. It's the reason I haven't used all my lesser glory orbs, those bronze ones. It would just drive me crazy seeing a bunch of troops that have a bronze border around them. So I just don't use them. Unless I'm going to be upgrading them all the way to gold. I do that for all troops. I don't have anything upgraded to bronze or silver. I either upgrade them to gold or I don't upgrade them at all. Even when I needed like only 10 silvers for a kingdom or 5 bronze, I would still max them all the way to gold. Even though you didn't have to max them to gold until the 15 and 20 gold elite level ones. But no, I always do them to gold. Because it annoys me too much when I see a bronze or silver border around them instead of the gold one. Either has to be nothing or everything. Nothing in between. And thank you, Isabel, for posting the code section. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. If you guys still have any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. But otherwise, let's go head over to PvP. As I believe that is the last big objective, though we have several objectives we need to go hit today. First things first. You know what? Let's throw down our XP booster. Actually, I say that. I'm pretty sure most of these XP boosters go do absolutely nothing. Because of how weird PvP's been lately. What's the weirdest part is I've been getting no EXP from PvP lately. Even when I don't have a monolith uploaded, or not uploaded, you know, activated. Hello, guy, Veil 4. Welcome, welcome. Is it bad you just started playing this game? No, perfectly fine. Honestly, I feel like it's a really easy free-to-play game to get into. It's very free-to-play friendly. In the sense that it is actually legitimately possible to complete this game 100% free-to-play. There's a little bit of a grind initially, but you're actually coming at a perfect time because this weekend's a Vault event weekend. And these weekends are by far the best time to ever be grinding in the game. You can get at least like 10 times the normal loot you would get on a given day, if not even more. And it takes place this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Oh yeah, this game is definitely pretty grindy. A lot of completion stuff to do for sure. But yeah, definitely grind the Vault weekend this weekend. All you have to do is just go to Explore, win as quickly as you possibly can with whatever you have laying around, and you'll be good to go. If you currently have nothing for it, go complete Forest of Thorns, and you'll get a troop called Rowan. Then go run some Explore and try to get some guard tokens from getting those chests. And that will give you a ton of extra armor when you set them. And Rowan has an ability where she gains 2 times her armor and damage. And she's a really, really good way, especially early on, to do a lot of damage. Yeah, Cynical has been playing 100% free-to-play. I normally, these days, only buy, like, season passes and stuff like that. Or anything Isabel donates for that she wants me to get. She has done it a good handful of times. But otherwise, we pretty much only get the season pass. And similar equivalent things. Though even all that kind of stuff comes back later in the game. I just get it so we can show videos on it and everything. And show them for the streams. Alright, let's go do our PvP dailies now. We have a choice of purple, yellow, or green, which means we're definitely doing yellow because we could use Takshaka. So we're definitely going to go down that route. Until they nerf this team. Which it seems like they might at some point soon. Because they made it so you can't actually fight Wand or Stellarix in PvP anymore just because of how absurdly strong they are right now. Which is, of course, the temporary fix, not the permanent fix. They'll figure out something eventually. Yeah, Gems of War has a wonderful community. It's definitely the best part about Gems of War these days, for sure. It's always had a really good community around it. Yeah, guilds give you a lot of progress in this game. Early on, one of your biggest goals should be to try to get level 10 in all kingdoms. Because that's probably the biggest gold sink you have to deal with as a brand new player. But after you pay the gold to get every single kingdom level 10, you're going to have a lot of excess gold for a while. And that excess gold you should be using to try to find a good guild. And kind of dumping it into there. Because the higher your guild requirement you can get into, the more free resources you're basically getting every week. And there's some pretty low requirement guilds out there that take in new players and everything else. But also high requirement ones where you get a ton of free resources every single week. Depending on how active you really plan to be. Yeah, you get a ton of stuff from your guild. It's definitely one of those games where you get your resources a bit slowly over time. But I don't ever feel like it ever feels too slow. It's one of those games that's kind of just meant to be played for a short duration every day, and, you know, you come back to it later. While it is possible to power grind quite a few things, as most resources in this game are not capped. Like this Vault weekend, you can go farm like thousands of gems, basically the premium currency, as well as many other resources, diamonds, other really high value resources. Like, there are very few resources that are really capped on how many you can get. Alright, we are losing here. This team wasn't really made to counter anything. Oh, there's a chance. Just infinite loop talk shaka will be good. Oh, we failed. So close. He's gonna get us with a single hit. Unless I can somehow get full mana without him ever taking yellows. Which is possible. Because I also need yellow, so we're going to be getting our own mana while denying him. So yeah, this is actually pretty... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, this is pretty winnable. Not if he does that, it won't be. Luckily, that's why they give you extras. You're allowed to lose 1 without losing anything during this game mode. But if you lose 2, then that's a problem. But as long as you don't lose more than 1, there's basically no penalty in this game mode for losing once. You just have to win 5 out of 6. Alright, perfect. Alright, what's the other thing we need to go do? So we did that. Oh yeah, we had to go take out the 2 sections. So we have Wild Folk and, what's the other one? There's Wild Folk and something else. Oh, we'll go check it after. Whatever the other category was, it wasn't that bad. Just Wild Folk is easier. But today we do have to do both of them. The only problem is the harder one is Blood Frenzy today, so it does have extra stats. But it also means we get extra gold marks. Also, you get infinite tries on these battles, so it doesn't actually matter if we keep losing. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of double Beatrix teams with Wand. Luckily, you can't fight Wand anymore, so they're just going to have Prismatic Orb, which makes this really easy. I find it kind of funny that they get replaced with Prismatic Orb at the moment, just because Prismatic Orb is like the OG 6-color weapon in the game, but it's so dated because it was balanced around like 2017 or so, like 2016, 2017. It's obviously a pretty dated weapon. It isn't really used at all these days compared to Wand or similar options. It was back when they made 6-colored options balanced. Back before, like, every team carries one. Because back then it was really rare to use a 6-colored option on your team. Nowadays, basically every team in existence, if you can run it, will have it. I just realized this team has no anti-submerge. Actually, that's not true. That's what Wand is for. Oh, I also went mech. Never mind. We have like 3 different ways to anti-surge or anti-submerge. Never mind. We have like all the options, not none. Because I forgot we're using mech, so we have Dispel, we have Wand, which we can curse, even though I try not to with it. I guess we don't have a 3rd, but we do have 2 really solid ones. If you could just miss, we can auto-win. That does assume you eventually miss. Yay, miss. Oh no! Alright, good, we're fine. I hate how inconsistent Beatrix is at extra turning sometimes. The damage is so nice, but when it misses like 3 times in a row, it really hurts. Oh, I should have taken purple extra turn first. Luckily, it's still just sitting there on the other side, so that works out, I guess. Beatrix, stop missing! Yeah, doing all kingdom quests is definitely one of your biggest priority. Getting level 10 all kingdoms and doing all kingdom quests. As well as eventually getting 5-star all kingdom. Are all things you kind of want to do pretty early on. Getting 5-star all kingdom gives you a huge amount of base stats. Getting level 10 all kingdom gets rid of the biggest gold sink in early game. And doing all kingdoms you need anyways for the star levels. As well as just general progression. You get a bunch of epic troops from it. And it gives you a ton of lore if you care at all about the lore in the game. As there is a bit of lore in this game. Let's see. It's kind of funny because I think it has over 100,000 words of text in this game. If you were to actually break down everything. It doesn't feel like it because every snippet of it is like so small. But if you were to ever read absolutely all of it, it is somehow over 100,000 words. It doesn't ever feel like that because it's always given in such small snippets, but there's so many small snippets that they start adding up very quickly. Though I think most of the storylines in the entire game only counts for like 10 to 15,000 of it or something. Actually not sure on that. Alright, what am I running for this? So this is War Gear. What do we have for Empower in War Gear these days? It's either you or you. I'm not going to use Ignary. I can't be bothered getting mana drained on herself from ourselves. So it's either feed into blue or feed into green, which realistically likely means green. Damage sources. Oh, we have Lord of Slaughter. That's fun. Do we cave in and go to Lord of Slaughter route? I'm tempted. Wait, we have 50% mana star for War Gears, right? Doesn't that new Volpacia hero class? I say new, it's been around since like almost a year now. What's it called? Volpacia's hero class. Doesn't that thing have 50% mana start to War Gears? This thing's so new I kind of forget. Even though it's been a little over a year now. Though it is the second newest hero class in the game. No, wait. Why did I think this thing 50%'ed? Never mind. Is there a troop that does? What category am I thinking of? I just wonder there's something under War Gear that 50%. Is there not? Let me double check. I could have sworn there's 50% mana start underneath them. Ah, there isn't. Alright. Must be thinking of a different typing. I think it might still be worth it to go Lord of Slaughter route, though. You do purple to green, get that going. Weapon. Oh, wait, are we allowed to use any weapon? Oh, yeah. This is War Gear restriction. We can run any weapon. So I can just wand into... Okay, perfect. So we just wand into Lord of Slaughter, then. And then we just go one other troop for support, or whatever we want to run. Could even go a second Lord of Slaughter. But you know what? I think I'm going to. I don't expect too many people to have, like, double Lord of Slaughter just laying around. You could always use this guy for mana accumulation, too. The War Gear synergy. Unfortunately, he doesn't have Shiny, so you don't get the extra one mana and everything. But, wait, update 8.0 will send you to your Discord. It just came out. Wait, they just posted right now info on it? Wait. Are you trying to say they just now posted the changelog for it? Am I understanding correctly? What you are currently saying? Do I need to do a tab? Why is this taking so long to load? Come on, Steam. Get in there. Let's just go to Gems of War website. Even though this is the forum, but... why do you want to let me click select all? Just posted now? Okay, let me go check it then. Alright, anyways, let's go read the patch notes for version 8.0. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. They just posted this. Let me go check the forum one just to see. How fresh off the presses is this? Did it say 2 minutes ago? Where's forum? I want to see. I want to see how fresh off the presses this is. Let's see. But yeah, this could either be really good or really scary. We'll have to see. Could go either way. Alright, 8.0 update. Posted 4 minutes ago. 5 views so far. Which means with how many viewers we have just like 6 times it. But anyways, let's go look at the patch notes. Yeah, let's go do it. Patch note time. We'll check it live. I will check it through the other thing, though. Just because I feel like it's always set up a little bit neater here. Oh, they haven't updated that patch notes page. They need to go do that. Okay, so 8.0 update. Immortals. Big 0.0 update. Anyways. When 8.0 launches, we will have 10 Immortals available in chests. Oh? A key sync? A key sync? A key sync? You know how many keys we have? You know the last time they've added a proper key sync to this game? It would be like 2018. A key sync? What is this? They don't do that anymore. Oh, good thing we are armed to get all 10 of them immediately. Each Immortals, there better not be a bug that prevents you from getting them on launch day. Because I'm going for all 10. You know how many keys we have? Each Immortal has its own unique currency. Immortal Souls, used for leveling it. That's concerning. Unlike regular troops, so getting them might be the easy part. Leveling them is going to be the annoying part. Anyways, unlike regular troops, Immortals can only be unlocked or gain levels by earning and spending their Immortal Souls. That's concerning. Immortals unlock when a player earns 10 of its Immortal Souls. Wait, you have to earn 10 of its souls before you can even get it as a drop? I'm confused by that. The way this is worded, Immortals unlock when a player earns 10 of its Immortal Souls. I'm confused by this combination. Because this makes it sound like they're immediately in drop table. This makes it sound like you need 10 Immortal Souls before they're in drop table. Anyways, unlocked, Immortals start at level 1 for players, even if the player has VIP levels. A level 1 Immortal has similar skill points to level 20 Mythics. Oh. Oh, these things are broken. Alright, well, they don't need to nerf Stellarix anymore. We're getting 10 Stellarix's next batch. Oh. At level 1, they're as strong as a level 20 max Mythic. This is basically the next rarity up, essentially. Like the true boss troops. I wonder if they actually count as bosses and take 5 times damage from it. This is so players can start using Immortals immediately upon unlock. Immortals can be leveled to 30. So 10 higher than a normal troop. Each level on an Immortal will unlock something new. This includes more skill points. Well, technically even more. Because they're starting at level 20. That means they're basically like the equivalent of a level 50. Max Mythic equals Fountain of Stars. Oh gosh. Yeah, that basically means they're level 50 instead of level 20. That's actually kind of insane. It is about as strong of a buff to some troops as when Hero got like 10 traits. It's about the equivalence of that. When we went from like 3 traits to 10 traits. These are troops that are going from level 20 to level 50 when fully maxed. Though fully maxing them seems like it's going to be insufferable with however the soul system works. Each level on an Immortal will unlock something new. This includes more skill points, which is what you would assume leveling does. The Immortal's 3 traits, an upgraded version of these. Oh, upgradable traits? That's kind of interesting. Mana cost reductions, similar to shiny troops. A special Immortal weapon, whose spell works with the Immortal troop. That's interesting. Curious to see what synergy we get there. An Immortal pet that also works with the Immortal troop, and you can also use it cosmetically on your shoulder. Immortal weapons and pets can only be upgraded by leveling their associated Immortal. They do not use ingots, pet food, or duplicate copies. Alright, so you upgrade it as you upgrade the thing. So upgrading these things give you a ton. Immortal troops, weapons, and pets cannot be upgraded by orbs. That makes sense. At level 30, Immortals unlock the Awaken trait, which are more powerful versions of their traits. So basically when you fully max them. Once fully leveled, any excess Immortal Souls will be automatically converted into Burning Marks. What are Burning Marks? Are these the new mark for PvP? I assume they would have called them Platinum Marks, but sure, we'll go with Burning. Interesting. Let's see. As 1 Burning Mark for every 5 excess Immortal Souls. Immortals have a home kingdoms and a home region. Oh, so an extra area. Oh, wait, no, never mind. This just means, this is associated to already existing ones. Wait, what does it mean by home region, though? Immortals can ignore any restriction in their home region, allowing them to always be used within the region. Oh gosh, that's broken beyond belief. However, they do obey any region restrictions in other regions. Interesting. Wait, does that mean that every PvP region? I'm slightly confused what it means by region there. The region word there doesn't make sense. Like, Home Kingdom makes sense. I'm not sure what you're referring to by region, because there technically are 10 regions in PvP, which would make sense that there's 10 dragons. So I assume that's what it's referring to when it says home region. It's referring to these. For example, it's referring to Winter's Reach, Aedania, all these, Ancient Kiat. So they're going to be associated to a kingdom. So let's, for example, say one of them might be from Zhejiang. However, they will also be associated to a region in PvP. For example, let's say Winter's Reach. So if you ever had Winter's Reach, you would always be able to use your Immortal in Winter's Reach. Even if it says a War Gear restriction, like right now, but it's something like a dragon, you would still be able to use it in the War Gear restriction, which is really strong. Because that basically means once you have all 10, you have a good option for every PvP area. That does mean the one that you get for Central Spire is probably the most pointless one. And that's just like a Stellarix level, Diamantina level kind of thing. Because obviously you don't need anything in Central, you already can use everything. But it will be most useful in the Outer Ring. So the ones for Winter Reach, Ancient Ket, Broken Lands, Summer Isle, the Mirage Expanse, and Bay of Stars are going to be by far the most useful. Like those Outer Ring ones. Whereas the Inner Ring ones, somewhat useful, but not as useful. And Central Spire is by far the most pointless one. Unless that dragon just happens to be just really, really strong, more so than the other ones. Anyways, okay, we already read that. Immortal troop spells have a bonus effect that triggers when used in their home region. So they do even more damage in their home region. Interesting. Only one Immortal can be active in a team at a time, so you cannot use 4 Immortals on a team, or 3 or 2, or anything like that. Which is interesting. So that means, this is something I was mentioning that they might do with 6-color troops, where you can only use 1 on your team. But yeah, these Immortal troops are so strong, you will only be able to use 1 on your team. As it would be way too broken if you could use more than that. Oh, no, chest, burning chest. Anyways, players are able to view their Immortals in the troop list, but Immortals also have their own menu on the left-hand side of the PvP world map, where players can view all Immortals available and manage the Immortals they own. Okay, I did not process a single word from what I just read. Players are able to view their Immortals in the troop list, okay. But Immortals also have their own menu on the left-hand side, the PvP world menu. Okay, that's interesting. Where players can view all Immortals available. Okay. So yeah, these are really PvP-oriented mega troops. But can be used for other things. But you can only ever use 1 on your team because they're so strong. And also gain more benefit when they're using their PvP respective sections. So instead of fixing every single kingdom to have proper synergy and every single type to have proper synergy, they're like, hey, here's just a bunch of overpowered troops, just use this. New Immortals will be introduced with PvP seasons. With each... Oh, okay. So yeah, Season 1 is coming. Actually, do we get an announcement of Season 1 happening? I'm not sure if this will be the start of Season 1, because we're currently in Season 0 of PvP with the new system. Anyways, new Immortals will be introduced with PvP seasons, with each season having a featured Immortal that players will be able to collect Immortal Souls for. Okay, so whatever the newest one is will always be the easiest to max from the season's rewards. New Immortals will be introduced with PvP seasons, with each season having a featured Immortal. Did I just read that? That players will be able to collect Immortal Souls for. Alright. So Burning Chests, what are these? The Immortals update introduces the final PvP currency, Burning Marks. So this will be the 3rd. Currently we have Silver Marks, Gold Marks, and instead of Platinum Marks, we have Burning Marks. Interesting. It also introduces the Burning Chests, which can be opened with Burning Marks. Burning Chests are a new chest related to PvP. Burning Chests can be found on the left-hand side of the PvP world map. It costs 10 Burning Marks to open a Burning Chest. Burning Marks can be earned in 3 ways. PvP Season Pass, aka money. PvP Season Goals, aka half money, or unless it's just completely obtainable through just doing stuff. This one might actually cost nothing. This one will definitely cost something. And directly purchasing from the PvP shop. Okay, so there are 2 ways to buy them. 1 way to not buy them. Anyways, Burning Chests will give 1 of the following. 10 to 50 Immortal Souls for a random Immortal. That sounds like a lot. 20 Gold Marks or 50 Silver Marks. That sounds like nothing. 1 Bronze, Silver, or Gold Icon. What on earth is an Icon? Icons are a new collectible resource that can be traded in for VP in the PvP shop in the other tab, or saved for the start of a new season. So they're basically like those VIP things we've been saving for 2 times VIP, except it's like a bulk amount, like 1,000 or 10,000 or whatever it is. Actually, it tells you right here. Bronze is 500, 1,000. Okay, so these are all useless, essentially, is what you're saying. Interesting. So yeah, these are pointless. So there is only one good reward from here, and it is the Immortal Souls. I hope these are weighted evenly, and this isn't like a 5 or 10% chance or something, because this is the only good reward in Burning Chests. These two are just trolling. Anyways, what's the other one? Trading an icon will earn the VP towards both the weekly and the total VP amounts for the season, which makes sense. Any icons that have been saved or not used by the end of the season will be auto-converted to 10% of their VP value when the... Okay, so you actually have to use them before the next season? You can't actually accumulate them and just, like, dump a ton into the following season. Alright, interesting. PvP seasons. Oh, we finally get Season 1! Oh, no! They last for 11 weeks. I say, oh no, because you know they're doing like a $10+ season pass for this, which means however big the increment is how long it will last for. So assuming it's like the other one is basically going to be $1 a week, which means if you're doing both, it's like $2 a week. Which, I don't know. Is that a lot? $2 a week? Comes out to like $8 a month, give or take a little. Maybe 9. I don't know. I guess for the average game these days, $9 a month isn't too bad. And if you count all the other side season pass they do, that's basically like $10 a month to do every season pass that's in the game. Is that too much these days? I don't know. I feel like that's a little pricey, like $120 a year, give or take a little. But in current day, I guess that's not that pricey. I don't play too many other free-to-play games, so I'm not really sure if 120 is like ridiculous or not. But it doesn't seem that bad. Anyways, that's assuming this is only $10 though. Could be more. Or it could be less. Though it won't be less. Each season will have a featured immortal, which will be the new immortal introduced that season. Immortal souls for this featured immortal can be earned from the season pass and season goals, which means you should be able to earn some for free for the season goals. But the season pass will probably mostly be paywalled, though you might still earn some for free from it. Players will also have a chance to earn immortal souls for the from burning chests when their season begins. Players... Why did I just scroll so weirdly? Players advance through tiers in the season pass by earning VP and PvP battles. Oh gosh, we gotta go earn a ton of PvP. Hey, remember when I was saving all those VP tokens that count for double VP? Well, this is what I was saving them for. VP earned from trading in icons will also count. Yep. Remember when I been doing the daily every single day except when I was on break? Though I was still doing it some then. But if you've been wondering why on earth we still keep doing that, this is exactly why. VP earned from trading in icons will also count towards this. Well, actually, that says icons. It doesn't specifically say the other thing, though I assume it does. Through these thingies. And by these thingies, I mean this. If you go to a battle and you go to your talismans, we currently have 846 victory talismans, which give you double VP. And I've been hoarding these for this exact update. Yeah, that's what those were for. This does say the icons, though, but I'm pretty sure it also affects the talismans. It doesn't specifically say it, though, but I'm pretty sure it does. There is only a single reward track. However, some tiers rewards are locked unless the player has the premium pass. Yep, of course. That's to be expected. There are 90 tiers to the season pass that players to achieve. How much PvP is that? Okay, everyone guess right now. How much PvP in VP points do you think 90 tiers over the course of 11 weeks is? Let's see. Let's do some math. The average player... let's just say 20,000. I think you can hit like 30, 40, 50. But let's say 20,000. Times 11 weeks. That means you should need about 250,000. So if it's a million or above, that is more than what the average player is going to do. However, if it was based on that overall average, I would say it would take 250,000 VP to get all 90 tiers. But I feel like it might be a million or higher. But if they were to do it based on where you average 250k a week, oh gosh. But yeah, I think this will be a million. But I feel like to make it super achievable for everyone, it should be like 250k. Oh no, we'll see. But I do feel like there's going to be 1 million or higher to hit all tiers, which means we got to start doing more PvP. Season pass rewards include things such as Immortal Souls for the feature Immortal, Burning Marks, Talismans, Boosters, and other rewards. Oh, why boosters? Boosters are kind of pointless because they get activated immediately. Season pass progress resets each season. Who could have guessed? Anyway, season goals. Each season will have a set of goal tasks for players to complete. All goals can be achieved by playing in the PvP system. Okay, so just play PvP and you get stuff. There are 3 levels to complete. Gold, or bronze, silver, gold. Alright, so basically like the same. Oh, you know what? This reminds me a lot of how the season passes used to be. Except now they added it to PvP pass. Completing a level, because these days all you have to do to complete out... I'm not even in the right menu. All you have to do to complete out the campaign thing is just automatically just get them all for free. They're super free these days. However, you used to actually have to spend some time doing them. But it seems like that's what they've moved the new PvP system to. So basically, that old system is basically being moved here, except it's all oriented towards PvP-related things. So you're not going to have something like go do like 20 treasure maps or something. It'll all be PvP-oriented. Anyways, where's that reading? Completing a level for gold will give a reward of either Burning Marks or Immortal Souls for the featured Immortal. Season goals reset each season. The first PvP season, the Season of Ice, will begin on the 22nd of July, which means it's the week after the reset. So unfortunately, that means we're getting a patch next Tuesday that we won't be able to do until the following Monday. That's a little unfortunate. That means next week's Tuesday, like a week from today, we might just be reading these patch notes again. Because what this sentence says right here is next week's Tuesday, we basically get to do nothing. Because that means, even though we're getting the patch next week's Tuesday, we can't interact with it, basically, until the following week's Monday, when it actually fully resets. Which makes sense, because of how a lot of weekly resets work in this game. And the fact that Tuesday updates are not on reset day. But that's a little unfortunate, because that means we're going to have to go 6 days after the patch, basically not having the patch. Like, we're going to be 6 days in version 8.0, while effectively still being in the previous version of the game. That's a little unfortunate, but it does make sense. All patches generally tend to be like this. Guys, like when there's patches when there's a lot of things you can do immediately. This is not one of those patches. There's going to be almost nothing you can do next week's Tuesday. It's all going to be on the following week's Monday. So not next week's Monday, but the following week. So 2 Mondays from now. We have 2 new achievements for this update. 20,000 VPs under the sea. Earn 20,000 victory points in a PvP season. This is as free gets. You can easily do that in a single week. And a season lasts 11 weeks. So even if you just did the bare minimum 6,500, you would hit this in like 3 weeks. So this is super free. As you have 11 weeks to get 20,000. That's about as free gets. Which almost makes me think that the 90 tiers almost is going to be 250,000 then. Though I do feel like it's going to be closer to 1 million. There can be only 10. Upgrade an Immortal to level 10. Which is also probably not easy initially. However, they go all the way to level 30. So the fact that the patch or the achievement only wants you to do level 10 is concerning for how hard it's going to be to get them to level 30. Is this an endgame thing? No, this is mostly a PvP thing. Though maxing an Immortal is probably something only people with very big pockets of money can do. As doing it as a free player does seem like it's going to take like years with this, how the system will likely be set up. But I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, maxing an Immortal trip to level 30 free to play is probably like a 3+ year thing. However, they start at basically as strong as a Mythic, so it shouldn't matter as much. But these things are going to be like mega broken, overpowered troops. Like, you thought Stellarix was strong? We haven't seen anything yet. This is basically 10 things stronger, potentially stronger than Stellarix when fully maxed at level 30. No one's going to have them at level 30 for at least like a year, at least several months. Even like people spending like hundreds of thousands on them. Like, it seems like it's going to be quite an ordeal to get them to 30. Anyways, general. Silver and gold marks have had a visual update to match the new burning marks. Alright, so apparently burning marks are quite a bit different. And the resource wallet. Oh yeah, aren't they going to do some other things we can go do the other thing for? Anyways, in the resource wallet, we have created a new category called PvP, where silver marks, gold marks, moonlight sigils. What are moonlight sigils? Citadel sigils will be joining burning marks and 3 new icons. The alliance skill point boost for alliances with 0 to 1 citadels will now apply to those players turning on defense at a reduced amount. Oh no! That means every single person we're going to have to fight with 20% more PvP stats. It's time to bail! Oh no! It is now pointless in being Dark Alliance. Because not only do you not have 40% extra bonus stats, but you also don't have 20% extra PvP defense stats. Well, that's bad. That's really bad. Oh no. That means every battle will be 20% harder. And if this stacks with the 50%, it'll be 80% harder. Because you actually multiply to 20% extra. Unless it's additive. But assuming it's multiplicit, it's actually going to be 80% more stats. Which means under a Blood Frenzy, they're nearly going to be double statted. Which is awful. Oh no, Blood Frenzies only have 50% extra stats. Yeah, so what I said is right. They would have about 80% more stats. That is concerning. Yeah, it is slightly concerning. We've added 2 new Citadel Guardians that will be encountered in their home regions the week after 8.0 releases. Guardian of Invocation and the Guardian of Ice will be encountered in Winter's Reach. We will be offering an Alliance grace period for the first week of Season 1. Oh yeah, I forgot. We get to redistribute our alliances. Okay. So we really have to consider where we go. I think we finally bailed Dark Alliance, right? We're offering an Alliance grace period for the first week of Season 1. During this time, players will be able to change Alliance without losing any VP or loyalty. Okay. So where are we going, guys? What alliance do you think will be the worst? Because we have new strategy now. Ignore the benefit that you get from being in the best alliance. I want to be in the worst alliance in the game. I think we have to go Dwarf. Like that orange one. But yeah, this is going to be a hard mind game. What do you... If everyone gets redistributed, what do you think will be the worst alliance? Because that will be the best alliance to be in with all these changes. Dark Alliance will still be the best. Green and yellow I feel like will still be high. You gotta go either red or orange. And I feel like orange is going to be the worst. Oh no, we'll have to figure that out once we get closer to that. But yeah, we're definitely bailing on Dark Alliance. I'm just not sure where we're going. Alright, bug fixes. There's no way you only have 2 bug fixes. We have fixed an issue in the Trails menu, where the screen was not scrolling. And we have fixed an assortment of smaller issues. I think you still have like 1,000 more of those to go do. Alright. Interesting. Definitely a very PvP-oriented patch. My only concern with this patch is it's going to come next Tuesday and there's literally nothing to do. We're going to get the patch, and then we have to wait all the way till the following Monday. So we've got to wait 2 Mondays from now before we get the patch, even though it's technically hitting a week from today. Is the only big downside with this patch? Is it's going to happen, and then you can't do anything with it. It's just going to be even more waiting. But 2 Mondays from now is when the patch truly hits, which is the 22nd of this month. Interesting. I'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, overall, I feel like these troops, balance-wise, could be concerning. These things are basically going to be 10 things, potentially stronger than Stellaryx. So what that ultimately does for the game, who knows? We already saw what one Stellaryx does. Imagine 10 of them. Yes, VP will get reset. Your VP seems like it will get fully reset from what I read there, to my understanding. Let's see. Let me go put this into title too. 8.0 patch notes. 8.0 patch note reading. There we go. I technically already did it at this point. But I have it there for after the stream. Oh, so I will put a timestamp to when we did it. So people who want to catch it after the fact, you'll be able to just click the timestamp. But basically it was just at the end of the video. But overall impressions of it is it's yet another season pass, which is not ideal. It's once every 11 weeks, so as long as it's like 10 bucks or cheaper, I don't really mind. If it's more than that, that's not ideal. You know, at $1 a month, $1 a week, I don't really mind that. Though $1 a month would be better. But yeah, if it's about $1 a week, that's manageable. That's not really too much more expense on the game. But I am concerned if they make it like 20, 30 or something. It does seem like these new dragons, or whatever they are, I'm not sure if they are dragons, but these new 10 immortal troops, they are going to be pretty pay to win. I am slightly concerned how much power creep that could add. Especially given that fully maxing them seems like they'll become like absolute godlike troops beyond anything we've ever seen before. Hey, what am I doing? I need to circle the way home. But, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it pans out. They're as strong as mythics the second you get them, which is interesting. Also, it seems like after you get 10 immortal souls for them, you just dump all your keys to try to get them, which is interesting. I'm not sure how extra copies for them work then. And what if you go really dry on one? You know how many keys we might have to open? I might go through all my seal keys finally. At least we'll get a ton of mythics along the way. That's going to be like a mega key opening stream at that point, though. You bet Stellarix will still be better? No. Oh, no, it depends. I don't think Stellarix will be better than a level 30, which is basically a level 50 troop. Like, I don't think it'll be better than a level 30 immortal, as that's basically a level 50 troop. 30 higher than any troop we've ever seen before. Plus, they get a special boost to all of their traits. Which that means probably really high reductions. They might be immune to everything while having those really high reductions. And some kind of unique final trait that would be really good. Because I don't know what their traits are. I don't think it says it on Terran's World, but if I had to guess, it's a really strong durability trait that might combine both score reduction and spell reduction. Because we haven't seen that yet. I'm not sure if they can code it that way. But I feel like these troops are going to have like a 30% skull spell reduction. But then when fully max, they have like a 50% reduction on all skulls and spell. While also having immune to everything. Trait while also having their own unique trait. With all 10 of them having something distinctly different. I feel like that's the way they would go about it, though. I don't know. I'll have to see. Wait and see. I don't know. It's interesting. They're all definitely going to get used a ton. Like, these will be 10 very absurdly meta troops that you will basically always be using once you have it. It just seems like it's going to be a lot of power creep, and it seems like it will be a little on the pay-to-win side. It also seems like it'll take literal years to max these. Especially if you're playing free-to-play. Less so, obviously, with more money. But 100% free-to-play, my guess is like 3 years to max these. But you don't need the max to make them function. You just need the max to make them, like, broken beyond belief. They know how much Wand... I know, this was my concern with Wand and Stellarix. Is if you release something like Wand and Stellarix and keep it in the game, the next thing you have to release has to be even more OP. And that's what these 10 Immortal troops are. It's just the extension of Wand Stellarix. Because now they have to top Wand Stellarix as new troops. Which I think they will be doing with these 10 Immortal troops. But now the problem is we just keep power creeping and power creeping. This is the only big concern there. Which is one of the reasons that was always my biggest fear with Wand Stellarix. Is not that necessarily that the combo was so strong. But that if you were to leave it unnerfed, you would have to eventually make stuff stronger than it. And these 10 Immortal troops seem like they are stronger than it, potentially. We don't know yet. I don't think we actually know any of the details. Like, if I go check Terran's World right now, I don't believe we know the details yet. We likely will by next week's Tuesday. All the details on them to the T. So at that point, that's actually something we can go over next Tuesday. While we won't be able to go get them, and won't be able to do too much with the patch, assuming Terran's World gets updated in a timely manner, we should be able to see what all 10 of the Immortal troops do. Like, what their traits are, how they scale, other similar things to that. So that'll probably be the main thing we do next week's Tuesday when we go over the patch. Is since we can't really do too much immediately with the patch, we'll basically just have to look at the 10 Immortal troops. Just kind of see what they're going to do, how their scaling is, what their ability is, what their final trait is. Because I assume those are the two biggest differences between the 10. I feel like the first two traits are going to be nearly identical on all 10. But their final trait and ability are probably going to be quite a bit different on each one. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But anyways, guys, any other questions? Any other anythings? Yeah, 1 week from today, we'll be in version 8.0. That following Monday after that, we'll be in truly 8.0. Since it's kind of like a delayed thing. And yeah, next week's Tuesday, we'll go over hopefully all 10 of the Immortal troops and just kind of see what they can do. And then the following Monday, we'll start slowly earning all of them, obtain them all, and yeah, go from there. See how the new season pass system is. See how overpowered it is. Oh, did I never hand out another code? Yeah, I'll go hand out another code. Why not? There you guys go. I have a redeem code. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Help us out a lot, and it's greatly appreciated. And yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up here then. Yeah, I'm still curious to see what will end up happening with it. Does seem like a lot of power creep, but you know, if they're a lot of fun to use. And honestly, getting them isn't that big of an issue. The main concern with them is how hard it's going to be to max them. But actually obtaining these 10 Immortal Troops is not that hard. An average player, especially a free-to-play player, 100% can get all 10 of these Immortal Troops probably within a month or a couple of months. Even 100% free-to-play. That's not really the concern here. The concern is how strong are they when they're fully maxed, which is very paywall to do. But actually obtaining them is pretty easy from what we currently know. Gold marks? Oh yeah, I didn't remember to go do the gold mark thing, did I? Yes, there is one last thing I do need to go claim gold marks from because I forgot to go do it because we started talking about the patch. I still go do that real quick before we go. Even though we said we were already going to go. But yes, thank you for reminding me because I almost just skipped on 28 gold marks. Because I never bothered building my team to go do the war gear thing. Because the 8.0 patch notes came out and I was like, oh, let's go over to patch notes. And then we just did the patch notes and I didn't come back to go do this. All right, let's go do this real quick. I just have to clear this out really quickly 10 times. Shouldn't take that long. I'll go Titan because he converts to Browns. Yeah, let's go do these 5 battles real quick. It's for 28 gold marks, which is basically a 4th of a deed book. Definitely worth the time. Even though the restriction is not the easiest, but it's far from the hardest, so. Like when it comes to free restrictions, this is definitely not the freest of free, but it's still pretty free. How easy it'll be to clear out these battles. Especially with double order slaughter. That would be nice if we had a slightly better skull option to go with it. This is fine. Come on, give us some easier fights. Show me the ones that have like 0 durability. It would help speed up a lot now since we're going a whole skull spam route. I just realized this thing helps a lot with wand too, since it denies something we don't even need. Very nice. Oh good, we do have enrage off of that. No, we missed! Oh, that's really, 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 really bad. I think we might actually lose here. Probably worth just resetting. Especially if that happens. Gold true damage. Luckily, we have infinite tries, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this place is blood frenzied, which is why it's a little bit more annoying. Yeah, we're gonna need to find the worst region next time around. As with all the changes they've made, it is, I believe, more beneficial now to be in a bad alliance that gains the full bonus of having 0 citadels than it will be to win every citadel. It is more beneficial to win 0 than to win all of them. Also, if there's actual competition, Dark Alliance might not be the best. Because let's say like the green or yellow one, for example, starts to beat them out. Like, you know, like they actually beat them on some days. That means you're getting even less benefit from being in Dark Alliance. Hello, Bear Razor. Your trial bug report made it into the patch notes? Nice! Huge congrats. Hey, they actually patched something that someone said to go fix. That doesn't happen too often. No, they do that. I just feel like there's been so many things told to them that they need to fix that they never fix. That's great to see that one actually was. No, you don't get 1 Immortal per season. You get 1 new Immortal per season. So the way that Immortals are going to work is 10 of them are going to be released immediately. But then an additional 1 Immortal will come in every single new season. Which is basically every 11 weeks. So we're basically going to be starting with 11 11 immortals. Because we're starting with 10, but then we're immediately getting one that's associated to the season. So there should be 11 starting immortals when the patch comes out, unless I'm reading that extremely wrong. But there should be 11 mortals when it comes out. 10 of which will be general ones, and one of them will be associated to the actual season 1 of PvP. Unless I misread that. But to my understanding, we're starting with 11. 10 initially, and one of them associated to the season pass. And there we go, 28 gold marks I almost completely forgot to take today. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. That would have been a lot of gold marks left behind. That's a whole 4th of a deep book right there. Nice, Bear Razor. Yeah, glad they actually changed it. Always good to see. Anyways, guys, I think we're going to be calling it here for now. But yeah, if you didn't see the patch notes reading, we did it. I'll have a timestamp when the video goes up. And I'll go and pin it to the thing. So if you do want to see the whole patch notes reading, we just did it. We literally came out during the stream. The patch will be occurring next week's Tuesday. However, keep in mind, even though next week's Tuesday we're getting the patch, at most we'll be able to go look at the Immortal troops through Terran's World. We will, or even through the game itself. Maybe they'll be on our unowned. However, the patch doesn't technically fully take place until July 22nd, which is 2 Mondays from now. So even though we're getting the patch a week from today, next week's Tuesday on the 16th, the patch technically doesn't start until the following Monday. So, yeah, we'll go over more then. I'm not going to bother covering a separate video at this point. Just because, even though we got the whole patch notes, a lot of the details about the troops and everything, I don't believe we currently know, unless it's been data mined. But I don't think it can be data mined until Tuesday. So hopefully on Tuesday night, we'll be able to kind of mess around with stuff and kind of see it a bit more. 22nd's your birthday too? Nice. Well, on your birthday, basically 8.0 releases. Even though the patch will technically be like 6 days prior. But it doesn't fully, truly initialize until the 22nd on that Monday. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. And not sure what our main goal is tomorrow. I think we'll probably focus on maybe Underspire. Try making a bunch of progress there. Oh, do I need his pet? I do not. Alright, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.